Hello everybody and welcome back. On today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we're going to be playing the newly changed Qhira, who's gotten herself some talent updates, so we'll see how they go. If you're watching here, feel free to like the S word, you know, the one that ends in subscribe, and comment how you like the video. Feel free to let me know, but let's get into it. The team comps today are going to be Anubarak, Junkrat, Chromie, May, Qhira versus Zeratul, Garrosh, Tassadar, Butcher, and Nazeebo. Now, our team is basically... yeah, our entire team got changes in the last patch. So, I'll do my best to talk about everything all at once, but this is a Qhira video at the end of the day, and Qhira is the one who got changes that we're going to be looking at. I'm also going to bring up the patch notes for Qhira so we know kind of what the changes are. Now, they were just talent changes at the end of the day. She got a change to her 7, and she got a change to her 16. What that is hopefully going to do is create a little bit more build diversity for Qhira. So, typically, what you would end up taking for Qhira, as far as I remember anyway, I don't play the character a whole lot because I don't love her clunk. She feels clunky to me, but we'll talk about that. It used to be Fatal Wounds, and then it was Upstage or Armor, and then 7 is Healmonger, 10 was Final Strike, 13 is Chainsaw, I believe, 16 is going to be Booming Kick, and 20 is just going to be Ult Upgrade. But with the way that they have kind of tweaked Qhira's talents, they're giving her a bit more options. Oh, Nazeebo, my friend, I'm sorry. That looks painful. I did not mean to taunt there. It just kind of happened. I hit the X button, must have, and then clicked. And we got the dumbest fucking taunt. Anyway, so Qhira's level 7 change coming up here, you're going to see, is the Thirst. Carnage heals for 50% of the damage dealt to enemy heroes. Anytime Carnage damages an enemy hero, Qhira's next basic attack within 4 seconds against an enemy hero deals 15% additional damage, stacking up to 10 times. Now, that is complete... it's not I don't know if it's complete change from what it was, but this talent... oh god, I can't even remember because I never picked it, because you always take Healmonger because Healmonger is such this huge burst of healing. I think it was something to do with Carnage healing. Damn Nazeebo, you're not having a good game, huh? Oh, was it just her auto... wait.
Finally, the altars are ready. Capture them, heroes, and be quick about it.
I, for the life of me, can't remember. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Qhira got some changes to her auto attack builds and stuff. Are you gonna get out? Yeah, you live! You're welcome, I peeled you as a melee assassin, and you're walking forward again. Okay, do what you want, live your life. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Yeah, but anyway, the 7 talent.
Yes, heroes.
It's going to do a lot of healing. It's kind of more sustained healing. It's not going to be as bursty as Healmonger is, and it is going to help you do some additional damage. What is it? Qhira's next basic attack 4 seconds, deals 15% additional damage, stacking up to 10 times. So, her autos are going to be dealing more damage with this talent, and her Q itself is going to be healing you for 50% of the damage that it does. So, considering how many times that your Q does damage, it's quite possible to get a very decent amount of healing from it. Tassadar thinking he's slick with his wall, but he doesn't realize just how much healing that we have baked into all of our shit. So, let's see if we can lure him into a false sense of security. Oh, he checked me out. Look at that. Okay, he thinks he's safe. He thinks he's safe. he's not actually safe. Got him.
The altars are right.
It feels so good when someone just BMs you for random garbage like missing an ability and then dies for it because they're stupid. I felt that one right in my soul, right in the butthole of my soul. So good. Yeah, no, so I think the buff to this talent specifically kind of opens up the gates for Qhira to take more of a Q-centric build. So you don't necessarily need fatal wounds because you're going to be getting more healing from your Q, and your Q itself is going to be dealing more damage and slowing people, and then couple that with the 13 talent we're going to take for the cooldown reduction. It's just going to be a lot of healing, it's going to be a lot of slowing, it's going to be a lot of extra damage. So all of the things that your Q is doing with this build are going to keep you sustained long enough to kind of meet where the previous build is for... Wow, he got out of there real quick. Oh, well, he dashed backwards, so I missed the E, but he still died. Weird. Anyway, it seems like the dev team really wanted to shift some power into this build, because I think Qhira's build up to this point have been kind of static. So I like the change. I honestly like the Q build more than I like you know, everything about what she is previously. I just didn't like how, you know. Oh no, he booped and I kicked and it shit. I don't know. I like this more because this build kind of gives you the chance to use Qhira to come midway into the fight rather than try to run in and engage it and bait things to happen. Using this build, you're going to be able to more or less deal damage from a distance and then engage when it's time. I am not going to be able to get onto the Garrosh fast enough to stun him with my E, so
The altars will be
bummer.
ours.
Junkrat goes down. We have to get to the bottom lane, and there's just a... Oh, there's a Butcher and a Zeratul. Broski. Thank you for eating that, though, May. I really appreciate you taking that instead of me. So anyway, the 13 talent tier, the next one that's going to kick up for us. Carnage's cooldown recharges 100% faster while an enemy hero has max blood rage stacks. Holy shit. And that's 5. And that can be applied with literally any ability that we have. Well, I guess with the exception of our W, because that's the ability that applies it. But Q can add a lot of stacks. E can add a lot of stacks in an AoE. And your ult can add a lot of stacks while it is charging up, or if you are using Final Strike, it's going to do a lot of stacks in an AoE, which is, again, pretty cool. Missed. I missed. I think I'm dead here? Shit.
Your killing spree has ended.
Shit. Had I turned around and just E'd him, I may have lived. I don't know if the windup on the E is short enough for me to have hit him with it before he autoed me again, though. So, that kind of sucks. But we do have the mid tower on their side down, so this doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot to us, because they have to go deal with that. Tassadar building autos. What weird things are happening in this game? Yeah. But anyway, at 16, we're still going to take Booming Kick. I think this is 100% the best talent on this tier. Even with the additional cooldown to swing life away, it's still probably 60-40. You still probably take Booming Kick 60% of the time. Oh no. And, God, what did... So, lingering ailments. Enemy heroes hit by revolving sweep or by grappling hook have their armor reduced by 15. It used to be, it was just heroes hit with your E would lose their armor, but they've changed it to use grappling hook as well, in addition to your revolving sweep. So, Honestly, I think with the way that I've been playing Qhira lately, I think that is actually probably a really strong talent.
The altars stand ready. Capture them before the Raven Lord's pawns do.
I don't know. I really don't know. Because Booming Kick is extremely good for like AoE stuns, interrupts, engages. It just kind of does everything. But Lingering Ailment can do... Let's see, Lingering Ailment. I think we can stack negative 30 healing, or negative 30 armor on someone with Qhira's combo, and basically delete them. So, what I was, up until just a few days ago, I really didn't like Qhira. I don't like how clunky her kit feels. I'm not a super huge fan of the way that she deals damage. I don't specifically love how she has to enter a team fight. A lot of stuff was going on with the character, and I just couldn't wrap my brain around it. Nothing was sinking in. But I watched Qhira play her a little bit on one of his streams, and for those of you who don't know, Qhira is an ex-HGC player who streams on Twitch pretty often these days, but plays a lot of, you know, really high-impact, neat heroes. So if you want to figure out what to do or what you're doing wrong or just how to better improve your play, super suggest watching some of the pros and anything going on Twitch. But what he was doing with the character is basically he was just waiting for an opportunity to engage with a combo with Qhira. So rather than trying to just use his E specifically out of nowhere to land a hook or to just go in and start auto-attacking, he was waiting far enough back that he could find a target with his grappling hook. He would hook to them and then instantly latch on with his E, instantly drop the E, kick the person, stunning them, and then hit his Q. I mean, also you can get your Q in there right after the grappling hook too, and then land your E because your Q is slowing too. But the way that he was doing it kind of triggered something in my brain where, oh my god, Qhira, she's a melee assassin, but she's got a combo like a lot of the other melee assassins that I love, like Alarak.
Well done. Well.
There are others that I can't think of right now because the melee assassin slot is just so
MVP.
hard to remember. Zeratul obviously has Blink, or Vorpal, or Spike, all that stuff, combos. But Qhira, if you're playing her the way that you would play an Alarak, or you would play any of those other characters to kill one single character, she becomes instantly more fun. She's more playable. She's easier to understand, and I'm sure you could see it a couple times at least in that video. But it was just hit the button, hit the next button, hit the next button, hit the next button. Maybe get a couple auto attacks, and the character's dead. We didn't even make it to 20 to get the fucking broken level 20 upgrade for our ultimate. But the ultimate itself, it may not be as bad as I initially thought. Actually, I don't think it's bad at all. It can be interrupted. So if you get interrupted with this ability, obviously it goes to shit. But if you're in a situation where you can stack this bad boy with all the passive stacks it's giving you and all the damage that you're charging up, and then land the stun on top of all of that, it's going to make winning 1 versus 1 or your duels like super easy. Final Strike is really good for ending kills, for like, you know, killing people from a distance who are trying to flee, trying to run. But a lot of the time, if you're playing in a duel, you don't necessarily have a character that's going to run away from you. They want to fight. They want to fight the death. That's how 1 versus 1s usually work. So if you have this ability to turn it on them, dump a whole bunch of CC on them, assuming they don't CC you out of the ult, you're going to win. Because of the way that this build does damage, the way that this build heals, and the way that this build gives you armor and CC on everything, this ult is really, really good for singling people out. Now, I don't know necessarily if that's the way you want to play Qhira, but I think it's the better way to do it. Obviously, I need to play enough games with the character to really dig into her niche, but it just feels better to play her this way, to assassinate people, which is what she is, a melee assassin. Let me know what you think, though. I obviously only have so much experience with the character because I'm not in love with her, but that opinion may be very much changing soon. I will see you guys tomorrow. I know Qhira was not in the lineup of things I mentioned yesterday, so we'll find something new to do tomorrow. I think a new Brack is still in the wings. There's Uther changes that I really want to try out. Zeratul got some 20 talent changes that I hadn't addressed from the last patch, so maybe we'll do something with that. I don't really know. Chromie, also, I'm kind of interested in doing those changes through, but this is the end of the video where it's super long-winded and the game's already over, so thanks for making it this far. If you did, I'll be back tomorrow with something else new, fun, and interesting. So see you then.